Welcome to the AI Campa Show Tech and AI. My name is Greg and I am the presenter Generate by AI. I am created by Luis Campanella. I hope you enjoy the episode is full interesting. Please subscribe and thank you.
Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever found yourself just trapped in that frustrating loop? The forgot password click, then trying to create a new one that's supposedly strong enough, but also somehow memorable enough.
Right. Only to forget that one next week.
Exactly. It's that password fatigue, that mental drain of managing dozens of complex credentials. Welcome to the deep dive, where we take your sources, your research, our notes, and really try to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight.
And today, we're diving into a question that's getting increasingly relevant for basically everyone online. Are passwords finally dying? This deep dive is really your shortcut to understanding the fundamental problems with how we do online security now and exploring these, revolutionary alternatives that are emerging fast, specifically passkeys and biometric authentication.
Right.
Our mission for you today is to explore, why these changes are needed, how they actually work, what the benefits are, the drawbacks too, and what the future really holds for a password-free world.
So when I first started looking into this, my initial thought was, okay, is this just another tech gimmick or is something, fundamental actually shifting? And diving into the sources, it seems pretty clear. This feels like a major transformation.
It really does.
So let's start by really understanding why passwords have become such a persistent problem. I mean, a security headache for pretty much everyone online. Beyond just the annoyance of forgetting them, which, like you said, leads people to reuse them everywhere, disastrously. What's the core vulnerability we're talking about?
Well, what's truly fascinating here is just how widespread and systemic these vulnerabilities are. They impact nearly every online interaction you have.
Right.
You hit on the reuse problem that immediately just blows open the attack surface for anyone trying to get into your accounts. But it's not just forgetfulness. Our sources really highlight how data breaches are constantly leaking millions, literally millions of passwords every single year.
You hear about those all the time.
All the time. And even those, complex passwords you spend time creating. Sophisticated bots running on pretty powerful machines now can often crack them in, seconds.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. So this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a massive security gap. There was one startling statistic in our material. It showed that more than 80% of hacking-related breaches involve weak or reused passwords.
80%?
80. So that directly increases your risk of identity theft, data compromise. It's a systemic issue, not just individual mistakes.
That's a pretty stark number.
Yeah.
So, okay, if passwords are the problem, a lot of people might think, oh, okay, so we just need even stronger passwords then, right? But you're saying it's something fundamentally different. Right. What's the actual, paradigm shift here with passkeys?
Absolutely. It's not really about making passwords better. It's about replacing them entirely. Passkeys are a completely new kind of login credential. They're built on something called public key cryptography, which is a highly secure encryption method. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this fundamentally shifts where the secret is kept, you see. It's no longer a string of characters you have to remember and type.
Right, it's not in your head anymore.
Exactly. It's more like a cryptographic handshake between your specific device and the online service. Your device, your phone, your computer generates a secure key pair. And this pair is unique for each specific website or app you want to log into.
Okay, key pair.
Yeah, one part of this pair stays securely with the website or service, and the other part stays safely locked away on your personal device. So when you try to log in, these two keys basically match up and authenticate you. The critical part is, no traditional password ever gets transmitted or stored anywhere it can be stolen or leaked.
Ah, I see. So nothing to phish, nothing to leak from a database.
Precisely. And look, this isn't just theory anymore. Major tech companies, Apple, Google, Microsoft, they're actively rolling out passkeys across their platforms right now. iOS, Android, Windows. It's happening.
That cryptographic handshake idea.
Yeah.
That really does change the game. So, okay, beyond something, like a password, what about something you are? This is where biometrics come in, right?
Right.
Like fingerprint scanners, Face ID. What's actually happening when I use my face or my finger to log in?
That's a great question. And it's a huge part of this passwordless future. Biometrics basically involve using your unique physical or sometimes behavioral characteristics for verification.
Okay.
Think fingerprints, facial recognition, like Face ID on your phone, or even voice scans. Now, while they feel incredibly intuitive, the tech underneath often involves converting those unique features into a mathematical representation, like a sort of template.
Not the actual image of my face.
Generally, no. When you authenticate, the system isn't storing your actual photo or fingerprint image. It's comparing a new scan to that stored mathematical template. It relies on pretty sophisticated algorithms to ensure accuracy and stop people trying to trick it, spoofing. However, this raises an important question for you to consider. While it's super convenient, what happens if that unique something you are is compromised?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Unlike a password, which you can just change if it's stolen, you can't exactly change your fingerprint or your face scan if that biometric data template were ever breached.
Right. You can't get a new face.
Exactly. That's a primary concern, and it needs really careful management by the services storing or processing that data. Secure storage, encryption, it's vital.
That's definitely a crucial distinction. Okay, but let's talk about the immediate upsides. For someone listening right now, what are the really compelling benefits? Why should you consider switching to passkeys and biometrics?
Oh, the benefits are pretty substantial.
Yeah.
First off, just way better security. Because there's no password for hackers to steal or guess or leak from a data breach, the risk of someone getting into your accounts without permission is dramatically reduced.
Okay, that's huge.
It is. Then there's the sheer convenience. Authentication is often instantaneous. Just, glance at your phone or touch a sensor. Think about all those little moments you spend typing passwords. Passkeys don't just make it faster, they kind of eliminate that mental micro-friction.
Yeah, it adds up.
It really does. And crucially, each service gets a unique cryptographic key or uses that unique biometric check. This completely eliminates the danger of reusing passwords across multiple sites, which, as we said, is one of the absolute biggest security holes people fall into.
Okay, those sound like clear wins. Better security, faster logins, no reuse problem. But, no technology is a silver bullet, right? What are the potential downsides, the challenges we should be aware of as these new systems roll out?
Absolutely. There are always trade-offs, and it's important to be realistic. For now, one issue is still limited support. Not every website or app supports passkeys yet.
So you still need passwords for some things.
For a while, yes. You'll still encounter traditional password logins. Then there's device dependency and backups. This is a big one. Losing your primary device, say, your phone that holds your passkeys, could potentially lock you out of accounts if you haven't set up proper backup or recovery methods beforehand.
Right. Losing your phone becomes even more disastrous.
Potentially, yeah. You need those recovery options configured. And finally, those privacy concerns we touched on with biometrics. While systems usually store templates, not raw images, questions remain about how securely that data is protected from misuse or breach by the companies holding it.
Valid points.
Definitely. Overall, though, the strategic move towards passkeys and biometrics, it offers truly transformative potential. It could massively reduce phishing attacks and, honestly, just get rid of that constant password fatigue that plagues our digital lives.
So putting it all together, what does this mean for your future online? Where are we actually heading? Are we really on the verge of a passwordless world?
Well, what's really compelling is the speed of adoption we're starting to see. Experts we looked at anticipate that by, say, 2030, traditional passwords could actually become a relic for most online services.
2030. That's not that far off.
Not at all. As more companies adopt these passwordless options, and it's not just talk, major platforms, banks, retailers, they're already actively testing or deploying passkeys. This future is getting closer to you every single day.
We're seeing it with the big players, right?
Exactly. You see Apple pushing passkeys hard in iOS 17 and 18. Google's actively adding support in Android. Microsoft is updating Windows Hello to incorporate these advancements. Now, this shift will, of course, take time. There are legacy systems out there still heavily reliant on passwords.
Sure.
And widespread education is crucial to help people like you understand the benefits and, how to actually switch over safely. But the momentum, it's undeniable.
So wrapping this up,
Mhm.
Is this the definitive end of passwords? Sounds like maybe not quite yet.
Not quite yet, no. But we are definitely closer than ever before to a really fundamental change in how we secure our online lives.
Yeah.
Passkeys and biometrics are indeed leading the charge. They promise to make your online interactions both safer and, frankly, significantly simpler.
So as you navigate your digital world today, maybe consider this. What's the one online service you'd most like to ditch a password for first? That one login that always trips you up.
Good question.
And maybe what's one immediate step you could take, even a small one, to start embracing this passwordless future? maybe enabling it on just one service that already supports it. This shift isn't just for the tech giants. It's really for you, the individual, moving towards a much more secure and hopefully effortless digital existence.